She's facing questions today about those secret Bush interrogation memos. Let's get to Norah following the late-breaking developments at the politics desk. Norah.
That's right, Contessa. That's why some people are saying she's on the hot seat today, because this is her first hearing up on Capitol Hill. She spent the morning answering questions from the House Foreign Affairs Committee, and she was pressed more than once about former Vice President Dick Cheney's request this week to declassify additional CIA interrogation memos.
It won't surprise you that I don't consider him a particularly reliable source of information. And I believe that we ought to get to the bottom of this entire matter. I think it's in the best interest of our country, and that is what the president believes, and that is why he has taken the actions he did.
Josh Gerstein has been covering the torture investigation story for Politico and joins us now. Josh, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Capitol Hill in Iran has been front and center in her testimony. Secretary Clinton says the U.S. is more than willing to reach out to the Iranians, assuming they are willing to reach back. But U.S. diplomacy with Iran will be operating on a dual track.
We are also laying the groundwork for the kind of very tough, I think you said, crippling sanctions that might be necessary in the event that our offers are either rejected or the process is inconclusive or unsuccessful.
And this is interesting. Clinton also said today that talking with Iran helps the U.S. gain credibility and makes it easier to organize tougher international sanctions if, in fact, necessary. Well, just moments ago, Clinton also talked about the president's handshake with Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez. She called the uproar about it, quote, amusing, and said Chavez is very adept at posing and figuring out where the cameras are. And breaking news right now in Washington, fireworks on Capitol Hill today, as there are a number of new developments in the release of those Bush-era harsh interrogation tactics that some call torture. First, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton questioned former Vice President Cheney's credibility today when asked if she agreed with his request to declassify some more of those memos.
It won't surprise you that I don't consider him a particularly reliable source of information. And I believe that we ought to get to the bottom of this entire matter. I think it's in the best interest of our country, and that is what the president believes, and that is why he has taken the actions he did.
Also today, Secretary Clinton called Iran and its nuclear program one of the president's top priorities. She also set specific conditions on the U.S. involvement with the Palestinians.
We will not deal with nor in any way fund a Palestinian government that includes Hamas unless and until Hamas has renounced violence, recognized Israel, and agreed to follow the previous obligations of the Palestinian Authority.
Clinton also assured the committee that the U.S. is laying the groundwork for crippling sanctions on Iran. One other big thing, Dana Rohrabacher, one of these members of Congress, a Republican, pressed Hillary Clinton twice during these hearings on whether she thought that those CIA interrogation memos described by Cheney should be declassified. Clinton first said, I believe that we ought to get to the bottom of this entire matter. She was pressed again, and then she said, I will support whatever decision the Obama administration makes. So already the torture memos and those comments by the former Vice President Dick Cheney have come up in this hearing, because this is the first hearing that Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has been a part of on Capitol Hill. So she's going to face a lot of tough questions today. We're going to follow it very, very closely for you.
It's not over until the lady in the pantsuit says it is.